Hi everyone, I'm going to be going over my pregnancy story today. To begin with, I found out I was pregnant at 3 weeks and 3 days. On that same day, I also announced to my family and Facebook and friends that I was pregnant. I didn't wait like most because I was too excited and couldn't hold it back. When I was 9 weeks, I did my first doctor's appointment and ultrasound, and the baby was growing perfectly. He looked like a little peanut about this big, and it was just really exciting to see my baby and see him grow and everything else. Also that same week I got morning sickness for about a week. It wasn't bad. It was only when I drank really cold fluids or I didn't eat when I first woke up in the morning. At about 12 weeks I got divorced from my husband and became a single parent, which was a little bit difficult because we were fighting a lot and caused a lot of problems and a lot of stress. And once that was finally over, things started to go back to normal. I quit having contact with my ex-husband and started getting back to my normal life. When I was 13 weeks, I started to show. I had a little baby belly bump, which was exciting, and I was very happy to finally be able to actually see that I was pregnant and not just the feeling, and it kind of became more real. When I was 14 weeks, we did the ultrasound to test for Down syndrome and any other problems that might be going on, which all came back normal. And then 18 weeks was the first time I felt him move, and I was so excited and I couldn't believe it, and it finally became even more real. And then at 20 weeks, I had an ultrasound and found out that I was having a boy, which I later came up with the name Travis Scott Agee. At 21 weeks, I switched to the BIM Birth Center midwives because I wanted to have a natural, unmedicated birth. And my mom also felt him around 21 weeks also. At 26 weeks is when OHP finally accepted the midwives, because you have to go through a process because they're not just a normal hospital, so you have to prove that you're having a normal, healthy pregnancy in order to be accepted. When I was about 30 weeks pregnant, he went head down and was very, very low, and my midwife was slightly concerned that he might come early because how far down he was at such an early time. At about 32 weeks, we started to become a little bit concerned because he was a little bit below schedule. He was a little bit smaller than he was supposed to be, which had me really concerned. The midwives not so much. And then about a few weeks after that, they fabricated my measurements. So when they take it from here at your lower belly all the way up to here, instead of putting it where my uterus actually stopped, they moved it up to make it so it was right on the time it was supposed to be, which it wasn't, because I went home and did the measurement by myself because I watched YouTube videos on how to measure it, and it was still small, which they would not listen to me, of course, because they're the midwives. And so at 37 weeks, I started having contractions regularly. They were 1 minute apart, 1 minute long and 35 minutes apart. I had that for about 2 weeks. And then on the day after my due date, which was October 13th, my water broke at 2 a.m. in the morning, and the rest of my story will be later on in my labor and delivery video. Thank you for watching. Oh, and please subscribe, follow my Facebook and my Instagram, and those links will be in the bottom.